Hello and welcome to On the Kerbs. I'm your host, Timo Albers-Daly. Joining me today is Eliza Seville. She's a motorsport mechanic who's decided to switch things around a bit and drive the car by entering the Formula Woman competition. We caught up recently to chat about what got her into motorsport, what the best part of being a motorsport mechanic is, what the Formula Woman opportunity means to her, and much more. I hope you enjoy our conversation. Hi Eliza, thank you for being here today. First of all, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. You all right?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. So, first question I'd like to ask all of you who come on here, tell us a bit about yourself.
So my name's Eliza. I'm a motorsport mechanic. I currently work for a company called Arrival, who are developing electric transport vehicles. But I'm in their race department, looking after their autonomous DevBot race cars, and I get to pilot them as well.
Sounds like the best of both worlds there, really. A bit of all the good development stuff there. I imagine that's quite a fun job, is it?
Yeah, it's the first time in my career where I've been able to drive the car as well. So
it was worth the wait.
It's all quite new to me.
So then what got you into motorsport to begin with?
So it was a weird one, really. I think I was just kind of stumbled across it on the internet. I was like watching YouTube videos of drifting and that kind of thing, and I just thought it looked amazing and sparked my interest. So shortly after that, I persuaded my dad to take me to the British Drifting Championship. I think it was the last round at Anglesey a couple of years ago. I really enjoyed that, and then that really sparked my interest then. So I was studying A-levels a little bit after that, and switched to studying maths instead, and then went to the National College of Motorsport. And then, the rest is history.
So not something you might have watched growing up a bit then, because normally that's kind of the story there. You kind of came, not late to the game, but a bit later than other people maybe.
Yeah, exactly. I think
landed on your feet quite well with it.
Yeah. So my dad always used to watch the F1 on the weekends, and I think I was exposed to it a little bit I had a younger brother, and he used to get given like the toy cars and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to end up playing with them and doing the Lego and that kind of thing instead of him. So I think there were signs, but maybe because I wasn't pushed that way as a girl, that I was a bit late to the party, but I don't.
Well, you're here now. That's the main thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So then, was it because you've this not being pushed in that direction, maybe, or not having the opportunity? But then, what made you want to enter the Formula Woman competition?
I think it's that really. Like, I didn't get the opportunity as a youngster. A lot of these drivers that have made it into the high levels have obviously been karting since they were very young and gone straight into it. So it's kind of provided that opportunity for us that have kind of missed that. Because I know that there's W Series, which is kind of similar, but that's for girls with more experience. So this is kind of getting the other category of girls that have not really had an opportunity to try yet.
And so it feels like there's more of a push for getting women involved in motorsport in all aspects of it at the moment. So it came along at the right time, I think. And again,
definitely.
The mechanic background as well, you kind of perfect package in that sense, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Got a bit of
anyway.
Mechanical sympathy.
So as you say, you didn't get that opportunity before. So then what does the opportunity mean to you now that you've got this? So you can get your hands dirty and such.
It means a lot to me, really. It's a whole other aspect that I've not been able to explore. So I love all aspects of motorsport. I do love my job. I wouldn't want to give it up, really. But the driving is extremely fun, and it's a new challenge. And
I'm going to say, did you enter the competition before you were allowed to start getting in the cars at work, or was it after? I'm intrigued as to which one came first.
It was just after, actually. I'd had like my first experience being driven by the car, and then I'd seen Formula Women being advertised around, and I'd not really thought much of it. I thought, there must be a catch there. And then I had another look when I saw it pop up again, and I thought, oh well,
So it's one
what
of
is
the
there
rare
to
times
lose?
where it's not too good to be true.
Yeah.
So then, what have you been doing to prepare for the competition?
So I've started going karting weekly to try and get practicing my lines and stuff. We've got a simple simulator set up at home, so I've been playing games like Assetto Corsa and Project Cars to try and get a bit of practice on there.
How's
And
all that
then
going so
obviously,
far?
yeah, good. I'm quite self-critical, so if my lap times aren't what they want them to be,
That's good
I
though.
just
You
keep
got
going.
the discipline there already to try and
Yeah.
get everything out of there.
Yeah, and then I guess I have a bit of a weird advantage with the having the experience of the autonomous cars, because I've been sent round full speed in a car driving itself essentially, so kind of learning
What is that
from
like? Is that a bit weird, or are
AI.
you kind of used to it now?
I'm used to it now. It was kind of strange the first time, getting used to where it breaks in relation to where you would want to break. We're going into a corner. So you have to kind of fight your instincts a little bit. But yeah, no, I'm used to it now, and I know it's safe, and yeah, it's good fun.
So then, what is it about the mechanical side of cars that you love so much?
I just really enjoy being hands-on. I never wanted a desk job. That always I steered away from.
I think you've accomplished that.
Pardon?
I think you've definitely accomplished that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I first got work experience at my uncle's garage, called Avonside Motors, at the road car garage in Evesham. And I just really enjoyed like the feeling of fixing something on the car and then it going out, and I did that myself, kind of thing. And now, like when I've built a car and I see it going around doing laps with no like mechanical issues, and it's a really rewarding feeling. And then when you win a race, it's even better.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. It's instant. I mean, I'm probably more a Jeremy Clarkson kind of person on that side of things, where if I can't fix it with a hammer, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I can imagine that, again, knowing the technical side of it must be quite satisfying to then see the product of what you've done there.
Yeah, I really
more
enjoy.
towards the stuff you're doing at the moment as well. It's not like, and just any old person can do that as well. So
with the autonomous cars, they're kind of like a first of their kind, so it's all very new, and being electric as well, it's very new to me, because everything I'd worked on before had an engine. So it's a challenge, but I do like it. Yeah, the more challenging it is, the better it is.
Rising to the challenge on that, and with the Formula Woman stuff at the moment, you're just really going for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to keep busy.
I'm noticing. So then, what's been your favourite car to work on in your career so far? I don't know whether to say if we can take off the autonomous ones, because you might go straight for that. I don't know.
Yeah, well, actually, there's been quite a few, to be fair, because I'd say for like ease of working on, making my life easier, I'd say that Oracle, LMPC, and LMP2 cars.
So yeah.
But for like kind of historical value, I'd say Kiki Rosberg's 1982 FW08.
No, I can imagine why that's quite satisfying.
Yeah, it was a cool car.
Oh yeah. No,
so
I'm going to get lost daydreaming in that one in a second if I'm not careful.
yeah. Yeah, there's been some pretty cool cars. I worked for a historic racing team called Scott Sport before, so we had a lot of different cars through the door. So I got quite a variety there.
I can say you've kind of wide spectrum of cars to be working on. You've got the old ones, and then you're kind of on the frontier at the moment.
Yeah, right from one
stuff. You're really going
one end of the spectrum to the other.
I imagine then, do you have kind of you say working on this new stuff? Is there anything from like the older cars that kind of that knowledge of just how it all used to work, is that giving you some kind of advantages to looking at problems in a different light, solving them with the new ones, or is it just no overlap?
Yeah, I think there's there's a bit of overlap where in some ways the older vehicles are more complex, and then in some ways the newer vehicles are more complex, but and vice versa. So there's definitely certain things you can take that help you out on the mechanical side, but then on the electrical side, obviously it's vastly different, and some of the systems on the autonomous car, obviously it has to have all the systems for braking itself, and which is all completely new and additional to any
You want to make sure that works.
Yeah, definitely.
So then tell us a bit about the women's workwear.
Yeah, so I started the women's workwear, well, it's been in the making for 2 years really, but started trading this year, basically because I couldn't find any workwear suitable for my job role. I couldn't find anything that would last, anything that would fit, anything that was suitable really. So I was like, well, if no one else is making it, I'm going to.
If you want it done properly, do it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and it's been a really good start. We've managed to get a pair of trousers and a pair of shorts to the market, which I thought was the biggest thing missing. And just trying to make it like available for as many people as possible, because everyone's a different shape and a different size. And I've even had some of the men saying, you know, oh, I quite fancy a pair of those, so I might have to do a men's range soon.
Well, that's great for the business, and you can expand already. I mean, it's not necessarily something I would have thought of either, in terms of niche in the market there. But you're not the only one who's had this problem, because there's people all over coming to you now. So
yeah, exactly. I did a bit of market research prior, just to make sure I wasn't the only one, and I just missed where to get it from. And there was a lot of girls saying the same thing. So yeah, hopefully just keep expanding the product lines and have lots of different types of trousers to suit different women. And yeah, for now I'll be prioritizing the women, but maybe I will go into men's clothing eventually.
See how many more men come your way asking, you know what, I don't mind. So then a few more fun questions to round off. What's on your motorsport career bucket list?
Oh, so I when I was an apprentice at TF Sport, I did Le Mans in my first year, which was an amazing experience. I think that was the best experience I've had so far. And I'd love to go back. Yeah, I was thrown right in the deep end. I'd like to go back as part of the pit crew and really get involved. And I think also I'm aiming for like a chief mechanic role. That would be the dream.
Well, you got to say, we'll see how this. I mean, everything seems to be going fairly well for you at the moment, and that momentum's carrying you forward. So you never know.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. And I don't know if I want to give F1 a try as well. I feel like if I didn't tick that one off, I'd regret it. So
if they came knocking, I'm sure you wouldn't say no, would you?
Yeah, exactly.
Where's been your favourite place to travel to?
I'd say, well, I really like my food. So I love the food in Austria.
Okay.
And when I went to Red Bull Ring, and that's a really cool track as well, actually. And I really enjoyed going to Yas Marina in Abu Dhabi as well. That was quite.
So I think I saw a couple of pictures on that before when I was trying to have a look around, see what you've been up to. And I was like, oh, you've been everywhere.
Yeah, I've been an awful lot of places. It's a lot to choose from. But yeah, I really like the warm weather, so that was good, and good memories.
If you could have a superpower, what would you choose?
I would be, I'd have super strength, because it would make the pit stops easy.
Very handy, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Red Bull would be wanting to hire you in no time to get the sub 2 second pit stops.
Yeah. Yeah, sadly I've got to try and work on it myself.
Just lift the car up and just dunk, 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 dunk.
Yeah.
And then finally, would you rather live in a treehouse or in a cave?
A cave, because you'd be more sheltered from the weather, I guess.
Oh yeah, depends where the tree is. To be fair, as well. If it's just one in the middle of the field, I can take your point. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
Cave's nice though. Yeah, nice and cozy.
Yeah.
Good enough for a bear. Good enough for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you today. I want to thank you for being here and wish you the best of luck with the Formula One competition.
Thank you very much. It's been nice chatting to you.
It was great to chat with Eliza. You can hear her passion for everything motorsport related really coming through in our chat. I want to thank her again for coming onto the show, and I wish her the best of luck with the Formula Woman competition. Join me again soon when I'll be chatting to another famous face from the world of motorsport. In the meantime, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the other videos on the On the Kerbs YouTube channel. Away from YouTube, you can find me over on DriveTribe, and feel free to follow me on Instagram at t.elbers.daily.drivetribe. You can also find me over on GB Grandstand TV, where I'm part of their weekly podcast. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you again next week for the next episode.